Hey, everybody, welcome to day 3 of writing. This is a very short week because we didn't have school on Monday. So we had writing on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and tomorrow you will take your test and write us some really great sentences. Okay, looking at the notebook paper. So if I was starting to write my sentences today for my task, I would go, okay, what's today's date? Today's date is, hold on, I'm changing my pen here, is 10, 15, I believe, and 20. October 15th, 2020. Remember that my holes are on the left, so my holes are going to be over on the left, and I'm going to write margin to margin. And I always skip a line before I start writing. So I would put my 1 right next to my line, and a lot of people put a dot. You can put a dot or you can put a bracket. Either one works, whatever makes you happy. But if you put a 1, don't forget the little period next to it. And then I would start writing. And remember that when I write, I pay attention to those blue lines. The boy, see that? Sat in the, now I'm not going to have room there. I'm going to drop down and I'm going to write chair right there. All right. Do not forget that you don't want words spaced out like this. Okay. You don't want words written like that where you're doing that. When you're using notebook paper, you write margin to margin and you could draw a line right down the middle like this. And do you see how my lowercase letters come about halfway up? All right. All right, let's look at this first sentence. Oh, Amanda's dachshund chewed on his delicious bone. All right, do you know what the subject is? Well, it's that cute little dachshund. All right, what is the little dachshund doing? It is chewing, chewed, past tense. What is it chewing on? On his delicious bone. All right. Then what I do is I look to make sure that I ended it. I don't walk away without wrapping that sentence up and making sure that somebody is stopping. Look for that capital letter at the beginning. And then I look for those nouns. Well, this is one. That's a type of dog. This is the bone. And you know what I see? I see that I already used one. So you know what? This sentence is ready to be read to somebody. Amanda's dachshund chewed on his delicious bone. There it is. And if you'd written that sentence to us, you would have got a 3 on it if you did all the parts, which is exactly where you want to be. And we would have given you a smiley face. All right, let's look at the next one. The mothers and fathers walked around the classroom today. Remember in Teacher's Pets how the mothers and fathers came to parent night so that they could see all the different kinds of pets that were in the room and they were making all that noise? All right. All right. So I switch and I go, okay, who's my subject? Well, it's the mothers and fathers. What are they doing? They are walking, or walked. Where are they walking? Around the classroom. And when? Today. All right. Then I go, okay, do I really need any adjectives in this one? See, because I would do something like, well, let me go and look at my capital. See me almost skip that? Never want to do that. I want to make sure, because that's how you forget things. You make sure, do you have a capital at the beginning of your sentence so your reader knows where they're starting? And do you have a stopping point at the end so they know where to stop? That it's one complete thought. I like this sentence just the way it is because I can't think of any words to put before mothers and fathers. Um, the classroom, maybe I could fit one in there. I could do something like the mothers and fathers walked around the large classroom today. That's what I'll do. I'll put that one in. I could have said the small classroom, but I'll put that one in. So the mothers and fathers walked around the large classroom today because that looks like a pretty big classroom to me. All right. So do you see that? All right. Next one. Miss Fry sprinkled food into Red's dish. Now, what we don't see is the dishes down there in the picture, and she's sprinkling the food into the dish. All right. So I asked myself, what's my subject? Who is the whole sentence about? Miss Fry. What is Miss Fry doing? She is sprinkling, sprinkled. And that's one of your vocabulary words. Where is she sprinkling? She is sprinkling, or what is she sprinkling? The food. And where is she doing it into Red's dish? All right. Subject, Miss Fry. What is she doing? Sprinkling food into Red's dish. Sprinkled. Past tense. All right. Now I go, do I have this? Capital, large uppercase letter, always at the beginning. And see, Miss Fry is a proper noun. So Fry, being her last name, is also capitalized. And Red is the name of the rooster. And so it is capitalized. Proper name, specific name, capitalized. Do I have a punctuation mark? Remember, punctuation marks are your period, your question mark, your exclamation point. All right. Yep. And then I say, okay, is there something like a noun where I could put an adjective? Well, let's see. Food and dish, okay, are my nouns. These are proper nouns, but I'm not going to put an adjective before those. So I go, Miss Fry sprinkled tasty food into Red's glass dish. Do you see me do that? Tasty. And then I go right before this one and I go plastic. I'm going to do plastic. Plastic. Okay, plastic. And then I read it now. Miss Fry sprinkled tasty food into Red's plastic dish. Much better, because now we know that the food is tasty, and we also know that it's not a glass dish, it's a plastic dish. All right. So I hope that you are really awesome writers by now, because pretty soon we're going to start in on looking at paragraphs. That will be at the beginning of November. And so you will have to write really good sentences, and about 5, 6, 7 of them at a time. So make sure that you're learning these parts and you're knowing that you need a complete thought, you need a subject, you need a verb, an action, a what, when, where, why, or how, capital letters, punctuation marks, and did you add some adjectives to it? And see, if I had marked this sentence all up, then I would have had to rewrite that sentence with all those words put back in it. All right. So have a good time writing today, and I will talk to you at another time.